Hey.
So we are live. That was quick. That was really quick.
Very, very
so
quick.
Apologies, we're a bit late. We ended up faffing around doing a few bits, and then before we came onto live. But we will say happy Friday to everybody.
Great bank holiday weekend, hopefully. Happy
Do
Friday.
you know what? I've been really itching for this 3-day bank holiday weekend for a while. I've been so tired this week. So I am so glad it is bank holiday. I'm going to keep the energy levels up because I've had a lot of sugar. I've had a few cakes before we started.
So I've been baking.
Very good as well, I've got to say.
Well, one of the nephews, it was his birthday on Wednesday. And he said, Auntie Kelly, can you bake me a cake, please? I was just like, oh, how can I say no?
What did he want specifically? Not just any old cake.
And then I said, what is it you want? Do you want cupcakes or do you want a cake? And he went, a cupcake, please. Chocolate cherry cupcake. So I've just baked some cupcakes. I had some batter left over. So I baked 4 extra. And so there's 12 cupcakes that are cooling. Hey Sam, how are you?
Sam, you're right. And they're very nice too. So I did have one of those as well. Very delicious.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't even it's not even frosted yet.
It doesn't need to be. It's that good. Sam, how you been? How you been? How are things? How's Zachary doing? All right. So I hope everything is well, and I hope you had a good week.
And I hope you're gonna have a good weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
We're all gonna have a good
3-day weekend.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it.
And so
oh no! Oh guys, I've been so ill.
Oh no!
What's up, Sam?
Oh, don't say COVID. I hope it's just a cold, possibly.
I hope you're all right. I hope
it's nothing worse than a cold. Really. So I've baked chocolate cherry cupcakes. They're cooling in the kitchen, and I have to frost them later, and then I'm going for brunch at my mum's tomorrow. And then she rang me, she goes, are you going to bake a cake?
So you're baking another cake on top of the cupcakes?
Well, I might be baking 2.
2 cakes?
Yeah, 2 cakes on top of the cupcakes.
Oh, you're going to be busy.
Yeah. So I managed to get a cake in the oven. So there's a cake baking as we speak.
I can't smell it yet, but when you do, I'll be very distracted.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take 35 minutes. I hope I put the timer on. I know I thingied the timer, but I hope I set the timer.
Do you want me to check?
It might be an idea.
Let me check, because otherwise we're going to have a burnt cake.
Yeah, and we don't want a burnt cake. So, I've just been baking. Yeah, and I was just like, when you just think, I get to sit down now. Is it on?
No, you haven't. You already started.
I hadn't started the 35 one.
It started now.
See, that's what happens when you're rushing around. I will need.
Good job, I checked.
Yeah, in my mind, I thought, had I pressed the button, I knew I bunged it in.
Good job, I checked. Because that would have been 1 overcooked cake.
Well, I think it's been in for 5 minutes at least. So let me do the timer on my phone, just so that I can check it. I'll do it for like 25 minutes.
Yes, and you can do. So you got 2 alarms going then. Yeah. So Sam said, no, it's not COVID. I had Z for the day, and all of a sudden felt so poorly. Then noticed my feet were very swollen. It was very hot. After that, I just got worse and worse. You might have heat stroke. I've got to say, I mean, funny enough, working from home for me has been great because my feet swell in the heat. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that when I'm in the office, because you've got shoes on, because they expand and then into your shoe. But what's nice is they can expand as much as they like when I'm at home, because I don't wear anything on my feet.
And I just wear trainers, so trainers have that give where my feet can expand. But sometimes I do take them off in the day, and I just need to sort of move them about a bit and all of that type of stuff. So I do take my trainers off sometimes.
But so just be careful, because you might have had that as well. I always forget what swollen feet is a sign of. Isn't it a sign of
It doesn't matter, because we don't need to distress anyone about what it could be a sign of.
I don't think it's that it's thing, because if it's on a plane, it can be thrombosis, but you haven't been on a plane, so I think it probably is a sign of it might be a heat stroke. So just be careful.
Anyway, moving on. I don't like to talk about things that it could be, or because we're not medical people or anything like that. It's best just to go to the doctor and check it out, see what the doctor says, and sort of get seen to, really. That's the best advice that I would give.
Or
But
you can
yeah,
come and see Dr. Mark anyway.
yes, you can also do that.
Oh, before I get told off. But no, on all serious note, I hope you're feeling a bit better now. I do hope you're feeling a bit better. Get plenty of fluids, that is for sure, and get plenty of rest.
Yeah.
You might just been overdoing it, Sam, so just take it easy.
Yeah. I don't know if elevating your feet or legs might help.
That's true.
Yeah, just a little bit of elevation
No,
there.
you get on the Carry On films where they in Carry On Doctor and stuff like that. They have their like foot like really silly high. When I broke my leg, a friend of mine said that to me. He goes, "Mark, you need to keep your leg elevated, but have it high, ridiculously high, like Carry On high." I said, "Carry On," because you know in the Carry On films and they have the leg right up in the air. That's how you're supposed to do it. Some said, "Lol." I googled it, and there are many reasons. I just think I overdid it. I had an awful migraine after elevating the feet. Only today, feeling slightly better. Well, I definitely think some water will do you good as well.
Yeah, plenty of fluids, all of that type of thing. You know the drill. And like if it continues, for sure, go and see the doctor. Yeah. For sure. Do you know
keep
what
your
I mean?
leg carry on high.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, but if you do that, if you keep your leg elevated, that should help it as well.
But it's a possibility, yeah. Because I don't know what it could be. I think if it was me, I possibly would elevate it, but that doesn't mean to say that that's the right thing to do.
Well, you say that, but Sam said I've got an electric hospital bed that the doctors prescribe me, so that has made a big difference. Wow. Thank you very much, because it enables you to elevate your leg. The hospital bed, correct me if I'm wrong, because these are the electric ones that go zzz, zzz, so you can elevate pretty much any part of your body up there. You see?
He's going to be annoying now.
This is why they put me in charge. So, but yeah, no. I hope I hope you feel better. That must be really cool to have a hospital bed. Can you imagine that? You could just do.
I don't know how comfortable they would be. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, I did get it stuck on high though.
Imagine. It was one of those carry on
high. Nurse!
Oh god.
There you go. It has the best mattress.
That's what. Do you know what? In my mind, I was just wondering, is the mattress going to be comfortable? Because when you said it must be like really good to have a hospital bed, in my mind, I'm just thinking, is the mattress going to be on point?
We're talking of mattresses, and didn't you want to get yourself one of these pillows?
Oh yeah.
There's a wrapper around. I thought, is that no more hugs for me then? So when it wraps round or something, you would say.
So basically, it's this pillow that it goes like this. So it goes that and across and down,
like a goalpost.
Yeah, exactly so. And the way that you sort of like sort of sleep on it is that so your legs are at the correct angle, your shoulder is at the correct angle, you're not like leaning on it and stuff like that. Your neck is supported, so everything is supported in a specific way. So that was one of the pillows that I was looking at. Yeah, is that you know, I mean, I sleep. To be quite honest, though, I don't really get achy bones or anything like that when I sleep and things. And we've got like what you call it mattress, memory foam mattress. And for me, the memory foam mattress is just so good. But I think now is roughly around the time we need to get a new mattress anyway.
Yeah.
And we're thinking about getting a whole new bed anyway. So I think, but yeah, I would like to really try one of those.
Well, Sam says you wish it was a double, you know, so you go.
Yeah, I know the ones you mean. Yeah, so that if your partner's there, you can both sleep at different angles. I have seen those beds, and I was thinking, I wonder how good they would be actually.
Keegan, hello.
Hey,
Hi, Keegan. How are you? We haven't seen you for a while. How are things? Are you in McDonald's? I know on a Friday you like to go to McDonald's. I don't know if you or you might be at a carvery. But I know you and the family like to go out on a Friday.
I don't think you usually go to a carvery on a Friday night, though, right?
No, they have been.
Oh, really?
Have been. Yeah,
no,
Charlie
it was mainly McDonald's, actually.
But I hope you're okay. Have you bought yourself anything new? And how is your channel going? Sam said, I had a V-shaped pillow. It helped my hip pain. Last time I got my leg over it. But it's done.
Yeah, I don't know how good those pillows are, so I definitely would like to try it.
Oh wow, Keegan is in London for the bank holiday weekend.
Oh, wow.
What are you guys doing?
What do you have planned?
So let me know if you want us to give you some tips on things to do, because and you're in London.
Trips, tips and things.
A lot of our videos, as you know, are shot in London. So if there's anything like food-wise or anything you and your family want to know,
visit,
let us know and we'll give you some ideas. But I really hope you have a fantastic time.
I hope you have a lovely time. Say hello to your mum and dad and your little brother for us.
Yes, exactly. Definitely, because I know you guys will all be there today, so that will be it'll be really nice doing a little trip to London. We are quite lucky actually, so obviously we're based here, but we sort of tend to take the train in to get into central London.
Yeah, and there's just so much to see and do. Like last night, I was out with some friends, and we were on sort of like where the London Eye is, and there's just so much to do along there. So many places to go and eat and sit down and, you know, just watch the world go by, and it's so beautiful along the waterfront there. So nice. Yeah,
so and as you can see, like I said, eateries as well. We hope we can inspire you for some ideas that we've done. Hey, Charlie, how are you?
Hey, Charlie.
I hear you're in London this weekend.
Yes.
I hope you're having a good time. I hope you're enjoying it as well.
Oh yes, both of you can get some real good footage for your channel while you're in London. It's one of those things you should really sort of like incorporate in your channel.
I will be seeing the London landmarks.
Oh, what ones? Tell us.
Yes,
what ones.
As well. I was going to say, and there's lots of places, good places for you guys to eat as well. So depending on where you want to go, of course, let us know if you want some tips, and we will tell you. And for anybody else that's going into central London, of course, this weekend as well, it will be very busy.
Busy.
So enjoy. What was I going to say? Yeah, so the last video we did was the crumbs and doilies one.
Oh, yeah.
So I know a few people managed to get a little view of that as well. If you are interested in doing that, you will see that was based. Is it just off Covent Garden? I always forget now.
No, it's sort of where it's sort of near where Park Row is, I believe. It's in Soho.
Oh yeah, in Soho. So that's one. So Sam said, my dad. Oh, so Keegan said he's going to see Big Ben.
Oh wow, the gilding, the gold gilding on Big Ben is so, like, when I saw it, I just thought it really popped. I really liked it. I thought it was really nice, and the waterfront there is also really lovely.
Now, if you walk further up depending on which side of the river you're going to be on, you'll see the London Eye, which is the big Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
And that's opposite. That's near the London Aquarium, if you wanted to go there as well.
Yeah.
All in walking distance. So you'll be able to see that as well. You can go into Parliament. It's open at certain times. And of course, if you want to go to Buckingham Palace.
I don't know if it's free.
No, you won't be. It's not free. But yeah, you'll have to pay to go in.
But there are loads of museums that are free. And National Gallery is also free.
Sam said, my dad would pick me up from Paddington Station and always drive us around the city before going to his place in Wimbledon Park.
Oh, wow.
I used to love it. Well, my brother lives in Wimbledon. He really likes it there. So it's a very nice bit. When we go and visit him, we always
And they've got loads of sort of like little shops, restaurants, eateries, all of that type of thing up there as well.
Now, I say that to somebody I know at work. They always say, now, if you want posh, you can go Wimbledon. But if you want to go with that little bit extra posh, you go Wimbledon Village. And she went, oh, Wimbledon Village. So it's that little bit posher is Wimbledon Village.
You know, I'm bougie like that.
Yeah. Oh, you're at Greenwich.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I thought I saw West London.
No.
We are at London. Sorry, I thought it was West London.
Yeah, no, you went to London. No, so they're at Greenwich.
So wow. So you got the O2.
If you're if you're at Greenwich, you can go to the O2. We shot a video at the O2 with Richard's Adventures. You'll see.
We did a collab.
Yeah, we did a little bit of a collab. So you'll see there. And there's a couple of restaurants we review. We did another O2 video a couple of years ago. Yeah. Straight after lockdown. So that's why we're all wearing our masks then as well. But you will see what other places in there. And I do a real quick whistle-top tour of all the shops there. So there is an outlet chain of shops at the O2. Keegan's on it. Oh, they're also going to see Tower Bridge tomorrow. It's a good weekend because I think it's sunny this weekend, I think. Yeah, well, hopefully it will be for you guys as well. Tower Bridge will be good. If you're interested, you can also go to the London Dungeon. Again, you'll have to pay to go in, but it is... you've been, haven't you, London Dungeon?
Yes. I was just
I've
trying
not
to,
been.
yeah.
I was.
But you know what you want to do? You want to take an Uber boat. They're really cheap, and you can go up and down the river on the Uber boat.
Can't make it if they bought a travel card? Isn't that inclusive? I'm sure it is.
I don't know.
You'd have to check.
You'll have to check. I know that when you take the boat over from Woolwich to London, yes, that is included in your travel card. However, I don't think Uber boat is. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think it is. But if you just hop on at Greenwich, because I think you might be able to get the boat from Greenwich and then you come down into London. It's a really nice way to see London.
There you go.
Honest.
All on the river.
All on the river.
Oh, it's a 3-hour train journey. I thought it would be from where you are. But how was the train journey? Was it okay? Sam said, my dad's house was on the same street as Andre Agassi, but he only rented the top floor. He worked on Fleet Street, but was born in the Gorbals, a Glasgow slum. Everyone called him Jock. Well, because is he Scottish, your dad?
Fleet Street, wow. I mean, when you walk down Fleet Street now, you can still see some of the old style sort of writing that's still there. So like the signs, the old style signs for Fleet Street, because obviously they used to do newspapers.
That's right.
It was well known for newspapers and stuff like that, printing of newspapers.
I always remember in the 1980s when they used to do like TVAM and Breakfast AM, they go, right, what's Fleet Street saying? That's what they said.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what they used to say, because that's basically what the papers said. Because in the 80s, that's where they were all based.
Okay, I didn't think even they were still. I thought they'd left long before that.
No, they left kind of like late 80s, early 90s.
Wow,
That's when they left.
I did not know that.
Oh, there you are. My dad was the manager for the Times newspaper. Hence Fleet Street.
Yeah,
there
because I was going to say Fleet Street's where the papers were.
Keegan said it was okay, the trip, so it wasn't too bad. 3 hours.
Yeah, 3 hours is. I mean, especially if you've got things to do. So I met some friends yesterday, and I knew they were bringing children and stuff like that. So I got some games in, but I was a bit worried because children nowadays anyway. And adults, we're always on our phones or we're on a tablet or whatever. So I bought these games, but I was really worried that the kids wouldn't enjoy them. Now you've got from ages 16, from 1 to 16. So it's a real sort of like age, a range of ages. And I was just like, what am I going to get? So I bought things like, like Spirograph, things that I would have played as a kid. Although I didn't play Pop-Up Pirate, that came much later. But I got Pop-Up Pirate, I got Spirograph, I got some like books, which had like crosswords and not crosswords, what you call them, word searches, little puzzles. When you join the numbers up and things like that. So I just thought that would be a good age range. And then I bought like Connect 4. I remember playing Connect 4 when I was a kid, and I was really good. So when I was young, I was really good. Now sort of like I'm a bit rusty. So I played a couple of people, which was really good, and brush off those skills. And I also got Jenga, but I thought I'd bought normal Jenga. Tell me why mini Jenga turned up. I was like, when I showed everyone, they were laughing so much that I'd bought mini Jenga. And the kids, like, they really enjoyed it. They wanted to play with the adults, they wanted to play with other kids and all of that. It was so nice to see.
Sam said, her dad was blacklisted because he wouldn't cross the picket line. So there were a load of strikes during that time, especially in the 80s, 70s and 80s. Did your dad, Sam, get to meet what's his name?
Are you going to say Murdoch?
Murdoch. The name just escaped. I kept thinking Fox for some reason, because he owns Fox. Rupert Murdoch. Did he get to meet him? Because I think, did he own the Times, Rupert Murdoch, at the time? I think he may have done. Dad took us on a boat on the Thames, but I was only about 7 years old at the time. The boat stopped and we had lunch. It was magical. Also, he took me for a meal at the top of the post office tower that
rotated, the rotating restaurant. Yeah.
Oh, he hated Murdoch. Was he ever there? Was Murdoch ever there though? Because Murdoch based himself in Fleet Street a lot. He got married to Jerry Hall in Fleet Street.
Did he get married to Jerry Hall?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hall.
And he got married in Fleet Street because Fleet Street's what made him his millions.
Wow.
Because he bought a load of newspapers up in the 60s. in Fleet Street, so he bought a lot of those. We're going to see the AEW wrestling at Wembley Stadium on Sunday. Are you?
I see. I see.
Is that what's AEW wrestling? I always think of WWE, but I'm not sure what AEW.
Well, they probably changed the name over time because it used to be WWF.
Yeah, that's right.
And then because of the world, what is it? The animal one.
World Wildlife Fund.
Yeah, they got involved with so because they were both the acronyms WWF, and so they sued the wrestling one, and then the wrestling one had to change it to WWE, and so now I can only imagine they've changed it to.
There you go. So Keegan said, look out for the photos and videos on my channel for this bank holiday weekend.
Okay.
It's very sunny. So you'll be able to see Keegan's weekend bit on his channel.
Yeah.
Keegan Dolby Adventures vlog. There you are.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, look at this. So you're going to do your adventures. So we have, actually, we do need to get some more videos. So we have got some in the pipeline, which I need to upload. You need to watch that one.
Yeah. Which you mean here?
This, which is there. I don't want to put it there. I left it over there, but it's there. So we have got one in the pipeline as well, which we did, funny enough, shoot on Fleet Street. So you'll get to see that one when it's uploaded. We've got some other ones as well where we've gone out of London. So those will coming up soon. 2 separate places in the southeast. So keep an eye on those. They will be coming up soon. And we must shoot some more footage. Sam said which
we'll be doing this weekend.
Yeah, we used to live in Chessington before Cornwall.
Oh wow!
I always think of Chessington
World of Adventures. Yeah.
Did you go there, Chessington World of Adventures?
But that's what it's. I mean, I did Chessington open in the 80s?
Oh, I don't remember.
And since then, that's what Chessington's known for. Yeah.
The World of Adventures.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
If somebody says I'm going Chessington, you're never thinking of the area of Chessington. You're only thinking that they're going to the park.
Oh, so Keegan said he'll do a video of the O2 Arena.
Yes.
Have a wander around the O2 Arena.
Yeah, that'll be really good. That'd be really, really good.
So as you know, we did our O2 Arena. If you check out our one, I did a little, like I said, a whistle-stop tour of all the outlet shops, so you can have a quick look at them. I tried to get it all done in 2 minutes, so it was just a very quick zoom into every shop, so you can have a look there and see if there's any shops that take your interest. We also ate at one of the Chinese restaurants there as well, so you can see what you think of that. Very unusual. It's one where you actually cook your own dinner.
I think it's Chinese.
Is it Chinese?
I think it might be.
What was it called again?
Haldaldo.
Is it Haldaldo? That was it.
Haldaldo. I mean, Sparks will correct us, but I want to say, I don't think it's Japanese, but I want to say maybe Korean, something like that. I think.
Richard's on. Hi, Richard.
Hey, Richard.
Richard, what nationality of food?
What cuisine? Yeah.
Yeah, was Haldaldo the one we went to at the O2?
The one with the soup.
Yeah. That was the thing. We couldn't work out because I know you. So Richard, as you'll see. Richard, we did a collab with Richard when we went to the O2 on our latest O2 video, and in it as well you'll see that we ate together, and we ate together at Hidalgo, if that's pronounced correctly.
Yeah, something like that. It's something like that.
Sam said we left in 1974, but she said, "Oh guys, I would love to come to London one day."
Oh,
well, we would love to meet you there as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely, if you are up for doing that. I know it's a bit difficult because of getting here and stuff, because you're so far away, but hopefully one day.
One day.
Richard said, "Hi, my nephew George is gonna." Chat now on my name channel.
Oh,
George,
okay.
hello.
Hi, George.
How are you doing?
How are you? I hope you're well. Keegan.
Keegan was going to say something then, but he was he retracted it. So yeah, do check that out, Keegan. I hope you'll find it okay. So George has asked us, what are our favourite sweets? So that's a good question, George. We're going to ask you the same question, but I would say. Now, do you mean sweet or can we include chocolate? Because if we can't include chocolate, I would say my favourite sweets are probably something like peanut brittle, which is one of my favourite ones.
Yeah, that's nice.
This is delicious. I do love, you're talking spoiled sweets, sweets. I think one of my favourites is, like the Werther's ones I quite like. but I do like anything coffee. So my brother bought me some coffee sweets, which are amazing.
For me, I like caramels and toffees and stuff like that.
These are espressos.
So I think for me, I like, you know, the jellied Dracula teeth.
Oh yeah,
the jelly ones. I really like those. And I like the pink and white mushrooms. They're also my favorites.
I love the M&S ones as well, George. So the ones that, you know, when you get with the
Percy Pigs.
Percy Pigs.
And
they are
Colin
really
the
nice.
Caterpillar, yeah.
I don't know why I like them so much. I don't really eat Haribos because they aren't veggie friendly.
Well, you eat the straws. The straws are veggie friendly.
Yeah, I do like the straws. The big strawberry ones.
Yeah, the big strawberry
They're
ones.
my favorite.
Yeah. But I don't eat a lot of sweets.
Oh, I do.
I tend to eat. Yeah, you do. You like sweets, but I tend to eat more chocolate. I'm more of a chocolate person. But I'm not a lover of. Although it's getting better now with regards to chocolate cake, but I'm not really, and unless it's Black Forest Gatto. I love.
We're getting off topic.
My favorite.
George has asked us about sweets.
And what's your favorite sweet? George?
Yes, exactly. What's your favorite
sweet? What's everyone's favorite sweet?
Bung it in. Tell us what your favorite sweets are. Join us in anything. These come from all the way from the USA. These ones I really like. I know you don't like them. These are really strong candy espressos. And when I'm feeling tired at work, these will really put you up. It is a hit of caffeine.
And sugar, I should imagine.
Oh, yeah, of course. Contained glucose, cane sugar, coconut oil, coffee extract, milk powder, caramel color.
Some E numbers.
No.
In America, they're not going to call it E numbers.
All natural flavors, which is quite unusual.
Glucose? Is that natural?
Natural coffee flavor. So there's otherwise it would say they don't use E numbers, they use a different thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But is glucose natural?
Yeah, and the glucose is natural. They would say there here it's go on the M&Ms. It'll be something like BV4 and BP7 and stuff like that. Where are we? Keegan said it's going to be a heat wave in London. Is it going to be really hot?
I hope so.
It'll be nice for you as well.
Yeah.
Richard said, yeah, I love Jolly Ranchers.
This is George.
George said, I love Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah. Do you know what? I feel like Jolly Ranchers are like such an American type confectionery as well. I don't eat a lot of American sweets. I'm just trying to think what ones that I do. Like I don't mind
M&Ms.
No, that's Alicia. I don't eat M&Ms really. I'll taste them, but I don't really eat a lot of M&Ms.
Have you got any,
Mark will eat. So if a packet's open, Mark will eat them.
Oh yeah, I love M&Ms.
Mark will eat anything.
I do like M&Ms. Anything sort of peanuts and chocolate or raisins and chocolate, I really like.
Yeah, I'm very like picky about what it is that I eat, really. So yeah, I have to be in the mood to eat whatever it is.
Sam said old style sweets, peanut sweets, cherry drops, Werther's original and butterscotch is yum. I do like the old style one, I've got to say. Keegan said Nutella biscuits in Tesco in Nottingham, but a long time ago.
Yeah.
Now Kelly loves those Nutella biscuits. It was Tanika that introduced us to them. So thank you, Tanika.
Yeah, they were really good. I haven't had them for a while.
No, you never asked me to get them when I go to Sainsbury's either.
No, do you know, like, because sometimes I have to be in the mood for biscuits. Sometimes I have to be. I'm never always in the mood for biscuits or cake. So I have to be in the mood to have biscuits or cake.
Ben and Siobhan, hello.
Hey, Ben and Siobhan.
How are you doing? They said, hiya, I love that you're talking about my favourite subject. So the favourite ones are foamy mushrooms and milk tea.
Oh, this has to be Siobhan.
I was going to say Siobhan.
This has to be Siobhan.
Now, Siobhan is famous now because she was in one of our videos. I said, so if you want to watch, we did the Gotham City, which is a Park Row. Restaurant. So that is a Batman-themed restaurant. Siobhan joined us and she tries the what was it now?
Ice cream, doesn't
No,
she?
yeah, it was the candy, the popping candy ice cream.
Yeah.
Which looked really, really good.
I do like popping candy though, by the way. I like the Terry's Chocolate Orange do a small bag of popping candy. Normally they do it at Christmas time. That means the cake might be ready.
Right. Sam said we used to mix icing sugar, mint extract, and green food coloring to make Xmas sweets.
That's right. I used to have to do that in primary school when I was little.
I don't like mint. This is sounding very minty. Also, marzipan fruits. Careful, don't. So there's a load of wires there. Man, I'm going to see the whole of this being dragged out there. Where are we? Xmas fruit. Oh, marzipan. Oh, I love marzipan. Marzipan fruits are amazing. So Kelly's just gone in to check her cake. You should bring it in so people can see.
Should I bring in the cupcakes? But let me bring in the cupcakes.
Bring in the cupcakes. I'd love to make them with Zachary. Peanut are too yummy. Yeah, peanut brittle is one of my favourites. Keegan said, we stay at Premier Inn in South London. Are you staying? I'm assuming you're staying. I think I know where you're going to, the area you're staying. Sam said, do you get Kelly's ice cream up there? It's the best and made in Cornish clotted cream. Yes, we have seen those. So this is Kelly's cakes.
Yeah. These are the cupcakes, chocolate cherry cupcakes. They need to be frosted, but once they're frosted, yeah.
Well, before you go, explain what you do with yours, because I've never seen this technique before that you use in the batter, or do you not want to reveal?
No, I don't want to reveal all my secrets.
So there is a secret Kelly adds to it, which I've not seen in a batter before. Oh,
but I do. I've done a video on it.
Well, there you are then. You might as well reveal it. If you've done a video on it, can I say?
Yeah, go ahead.
So basically, Kelly adds cherry jam to the batter, and that's what gives it the real cherry flavour. So obviously with the butter and the sugar and the chocolate, of course. So she'll melt these, a whole bar of these in the cherry jam as well. So you've got that real rich cherry. That's Kelly's secret. The fact you've done it on the video is no longer a secret. Yeah. Sam said, oh, yeah, we do get Kelly's Cornish ice cream up here as well, actually, Sam. It is sold in the shops there as well. The clotted cream one is really nice. George said, Mark is nutty for nuts. I am, George. I really do like nuts as well. Muffins are also very good. He loves them. Do you prefer... Do you prefer muffins or cupcakes, George? And which would be your preference? Siobhan said, cupcakes. We'll be round in half an hour. There you go. We'll have to save you some.
No, Siobhan doesn't like chocolate cherry, but I am doing pineapple upside down cake.
Oh, she's also doing pineapple upside down cake as well. This is the first time. We did discuss doing this actually at one side. I like a live cook along, so you can actually see Kelly doing her baking bits. I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work.
Mark, if you like marzipan, says Sam, throw some in a cake batter or even better on the top of it. Let it caramelize. It's amazing when it goes slightly crunchy. Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, did you tell them that your favorite cake?
Yeah, so one of my favorite cakes is Battenberg. I love Battenberg. So that's obviously, you've got the marzipan on the outside. I love that. But my mum makes an Easter cake, and then she puts marzipan on the top and puts little balls of marzipan on top of that. That's really nice. I really do like that. Kel, those cakes look scrumptious, truly scrumptious.
Oh, thank you.
So George said he prefers cupcakes to muffins.
Ah.
So one day, hopefully, we can give your Uncle Richard a cupcake, and then you can try one. You can try one of Kelly's cupcakes. We'll have to do that. We have to book some cupcakes for George. Yeah, so that's what Kelly's been doing at the moment. If you are interested in that cupcake recipe, it is on our channel. You'll see on the About page, actually. There's the
Kelly's Cakes and Bakes.
Kelly's Cakes and Bakes, that's it.
Not on the About page, but in the playlist.
Oh, it's in the playlist. Was it the playlist? Oh, it's in the playlist.
I've done a couple of playlists. And Kelly's Cakes and Bakes is it's a sort of like different types of cakes that I do.
Yeah, so Kelly's Cakes and Bakes is all the cakes that she's done over the years, including the pineapple upside down cake and the jam jar cake. So she puts the cake jars, so she'll actually put cake in the jars. Sam said Easter cake might have a layer of marzipan running through it, if memory serves you correct. Yes, you are right. And I do believe, so you cut the cake in half, you put the layer of marzipan, then I think it's a layer of apricot jam. Then you've got obviously the sponge on top, and then you've got the marzipan on the top of it as well. So there is a layer of marzipan in the middle. Love, love, love that cake. Really, really do like it. No problem, George. We will have to sort that out. We do meet with your Uncle Richard now and again, so we will try and do some cakes for you. Kelly, do more, please. Love your bakes. Oh, I will repeat that when she gets back down. I think she just popped upstairs. So yeah, I will repeat that as well. Kelly does enjoy doing the baking as well, but she doesn't tend to film it that often. So I will try and convince her to do some more of her filming for her bakes as well, because I'm the lucky one because I get to sample it at the end. So I can just, what do you think? I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm really not sure about this. I might need another one just to check, or when you finish up with the topping as well, so I get loads of spoonfuls of that. But don't say anything. Yeah, before it all goes in the dishwasher. But Jill, funny enough, actually, we were both doing sort of little cooking bits just to add to the channel, and they weren't doing really, really well. But the odd one or two have done quite well, and the one that did well, I don't know why. But I did we tend to buy all these novelty cookbooks. So you've got things like, I'm only looking over there because they're on our bookshelf here. So you've got a Star Wars cookbook, Downton Abbey cookbook, The Friends, the TV series cookbook, Supernatural cookbook, The Walking Dead, we've got Ghostbusters and Back to the Future. So they're all basically recipes inspired by the films. Now, one of the I tried all different pancake recipes. One's from Supernatural, one from Friends, and one from Walking Dead. But the Walking Dead one, for me, and that's my personal opinion, was the best one. That was the best flavored one. Some of them were had quite a lot to them. So some of them had, I think the Friends one, you had to add mascarpone, which I'd never done before. And you put lemon rind in it as well. So you had that sort of sharp and sweet taste. That was quite nice. Sam said, Kelly, please do more. She loves your bakes. So film more.
Okay, I will.
Sam said, I wanted to perfect my old-fashioned bakes. Get all the classics locked and loaded. Yes, Kelly, film all your bakes. And we would love some live ones too.
Wow, okay.
So we might have to do some live ones as well.
Yeah, I made, what did I make the other day? Oh, so I like to adapt and change recipes and stuff like that. So I did a chocolate, sorry, not chocolate, a cherry almond cake. And then what I did a white chocolate cream cheese frosting.
Right.
And then I also put jam in the middle of the cherry and almond cake. And so it was the first time that I had done it in this way. Normally I just do a cherry almond cake and then I frost it with cream cheese frosting. But I thought I wanted to sort of switch it up a bit. So I did that, and people were saying that it tasted like one girl said it tasted like her grandmother's cake, and I was just like, what?
What is your beeper?
That's your one that you said.
Oh. Go on, say it. I'll do it. Do you talk about your cake?
No. I'll come back.
All right. Yeah. So we've really wanted to do that, like a live bake or a live something along. But the problem we've always had is as well, because of our setup, we've got the camera up here, as you can see, so we could potentially use that. But I'd have to figure out a way to do it. I could potentially.
It would have to be on the phone. That's the only way.
No, I don't think. I think it would work. We could basically, the laptop would have to be in the kitchen though, so I can read the comments while you're doing it, because people will want to comment while you're making your bakes. So we would have to do that. I think that would work. So we're filming it as we do it. Sam said, I can remember trying to use low-fat cream cheese in my frosting, and oh God, it all goes runny, annoying. Do you know what? You can't skimp on anything like that. It's all got to be full fat. You've got to go for the full fat. I think years ago, I think I attempted to bake something with margarine because I didn't have butter. It's not the same. It is not the same. And also you get that marge taste. If you put margarine and buttercream, it really has that really strong marge taste. So you're best off just doing the, I think you can just about get away with it in a cake, but if you're baking it. But I think, yeah, definitely in buttercream, you've got to use butter. Buttercream with margarine or marge cream is not going to work. What was I going to say? So, yeah, do check out those ones with Kelly. She does her cherry chocolate cupcakes. That's the one.
Chocolate cherry cupcake.
Which she's doing right now. She's just finishing them off as well.
Well, I'm just giving the toothpicks, but I can't find them.
I put your cake tester in the dishwasher.
Yeah, I knew that, but I wanted toothpicks, but I couldn't.
Oh, now Sam said I've seen recipes for brownies using coconut oil. I must try them. Now I did see someone, apparently Kim Kardashian, did an olive oil cake, and somebody tried the recipe and said it's really, really good. I've never tried it, but apparently it's really. So basically, you're substituting the butter or whatever your fat bit is for olive oil. So you're actually baking with olive oil.
You do that with carrot cake.
Oh, sorry, did I miss your message? Keegan said I missed his message. All right, Keegan, let me have a little look. No, I did read yours. You said you're staying at the Premier Inn in South London. That was your last message. Not in the South. Sam said olive oil cake with fresh orange is amazing.
Oh wow!
So you'll have to try that with olive oil.
Yeah, when I do carrot cake, I do it with a mild olive oil. I don't do it with like vegetable oil or anything like that. I do it with an olive oil.
Right, going back to Keegan's comment. So Keegan, people have said actually they've left messages before and they haven't come up. I think, who was it? Was it Sam? Or was it
Thunder.
Oh, Thunder.
Thunderbet and Amy.
Yeah, so both of them have left messages and they haven't come on here. So I don't know if YouTube is censoring some of them.
Yeah.
So if you have said something, Keegan, sorry, we always try to read out everybody's message.
Yeah, we try.
So just resend it because it might have just been blocked. That's the only thing. I don't know why, but some of them are getting blocked for some reason. I don't understand why.
I suppose it just, I don't know, may contain something that
I don't know.
Yeah. Because I know Thunderbear sent her comments twice. I think Amy sent hers twice as well.
Yeah, there you go. So that is Kelly's cake. You're gonna have to try the olive oil one.
Yeah, I'll try the olive oil one. But yeah, a lot of cakes now they use coconut oil. They use alternatives to butter and things like that.
Well, that's what Sam said. I've seen a recipe for brownies using coconut oil.
I imagine it to be quite fudgy if you use
soft centre.
Like coconut. What I like about brownies is when they are sort of like
brown,
almost crunchy and then chewy.
Oh yeah.
That's the way I like it.
Crunchy outside, very chewy in the middle.
Yeah.
Brownies have got to be chewy in the middle.
No, but a lot of people like it fudgy. So they like it almost like it's not quite cooked.
Yeah.
Some people like it that way. But I like it so that it's chewy. But that's just personal preference.
Yeah. There you go. So are you going to make brownies?
I haven't. Do you know what? I haven't had much success with brownies. I've got to be honest. I've tried them a few times. I love blondies and I do like brownies, but I'm going to I'll try. I will keep trying because it's one of those things where you have to keep persevering in order to get a successful result. So it is one of those things that I'm going to keep doing. But I prefer blondies to brownies. I'm not gonna lie. Somewhere where I used to work before, one girl made them and they were the best. It was my first time trying them and they were the best things I'd tasted. I was just like, oh my God, didn't even know blondies existed. And they were really, really good. Yeah.
That lovely crunch on top then must be gooey inside. Kelly, I will send you the recipe. That's Sam. Oh, please do, Sam.
Please do. I'll try.
I'll be interested also as well, if you have it, only if you have it, do this olive oil cake with oranges. Didn't you say
I've got a recipe.
Didn't you say Nigel Lawson had one where she boiled the orange? Did she boil the orange, an entire orange, and then I'm sure she did, and then whizzed it all up and then put it in the cake? I might be wrong, so don't quote me.
No, I don't know. I don't know that one.
I
don't know. But I do have an olive oil and almond cake, I think, something like that. I'll have to have a look through my recipes, but I think I've got one, something like that. Yeah. So after the live, I'll be frosting. The good thing about pineapple upside down cake is that all the frosting is done at the beginning. So because you do it as a caramel, so at the beginning, you mix light brown sugar and softened butter, and then you mix it, and then you put it in your cake tin. And it can't be a springform tin; it has to be like a proper cake tin. And then you do it halfway up the sides, because normally when you bake a cake, you would grease the tin, and then you would line it or whatever. If you were using a springform, I'm doing that, the springform tin, to push it up. But with a normal cake tin, so you would butter it or whatever it is that you would do. But this one, you don't have to butter it. You just have to do the caramel. So the caramel is the butter and the sugar. You put it all around the tin, halfway up the sides. You then do your pineapple rings and your cherries, and then you do your you do your batter. But what I do, I have to bang the tin so that all the air bubbles pop. I mean, on a pineapple upside down cake, to be quite honest, it doesn't matter if you have air bubbles. That's the thing. I have to, because you're going to turn it out anyway, and then it's going to be upside down.
Oh, Keegan's got to go. So bye, Mark and Kelly. Come and join us this weekend, please.
Wow, where are you going to be? We are busy this weekend, because tomorrow we're going to my mum's, and you're going to do something with my cousin.
Well, we'll see on that one. So we will see. Well, let us know where you are, and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
Sam said you have to whisk the eggs and butter for a while. It's quite a few stages, but amazing. I always line the tin with white chocolate, which goes crunchy at the bottom of the pan.
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting. So you're actually lining the cake thing with chocolate. So I suppose when that bakes as well, that's going to melt and then obviously crunch up when you've... interesting. I've never had someone do that, line it with chocolate. Line a cake tin with chocolate and then bake it as well.
You know what? I would have thought it might burn.
Yeah, wouldn't it burn? That is true, Ash. Well, would it though? Because if you think about it, you put...
Because you have to do cake at a certain degrees. Like if I was to put chocolate in a pan, it would burn. I would have to mix it with something in order for it not to burn, or do it over a bain-marie.
All right, so Keegan said he's going to the London Eye. All right, let us know which day and we'll see what we can do. We won't promise anything just because we do have a lot on this weekend, but we will try to see what we can do. But have a fantastic time there anyway. We hope you have a really, really good time at the London Eye, whichever day you go as well, and enjoy.
I'll message you, Keegan.
Yeah, we'll message you. There you go. So a fantastic weekend designed in London. Kelly's now, what are you now putting in the oven?
The same cake is not quite done.
Cake's not done yet, so she's putting it in. So I'm afraid you're going to see Kelly going back and forwards a little bit now, because she's got to. This is the crunch time, so you want to just keep going back and forth. It's that little dance you've got to do where it's not quite baked, but you don't want to overcook it, otherwise that's it.
Because there's been times when I've sort of like baked, and then it's been raw when I've turned it out. So I don't want it to be raw when I turn it out. So yeah.
Okay, Keegan, I've just removed your message just for your safety, because you just told me where you're going to be. So I've just deleted it just for you, not that you've done anything wrong.
Message me privately.
Yeah, do it privately. Let us know where you'll be.
Yeah.
There you go. So, go on. How long do you reckon left?
I've put it on for 7 minutes. That might be too long, but I didn't want to do it for 5 minutes. So I'm giving it 7 minutes. I've covered it with foil because it's browning a little bit too much. But even if it does brown a little bit too much, it's fine. You won't taste it because it'll be so full of carrot. Once you turn it out, it'll be all lovely caramelly, pineapple-y, and you'll have, the cherries on it and stuff like that. So don't worry too much if you think that you've not so much overbaked it, but it's gone a bit brown, because sometimes, and I adjusted the recipe a little bit, and so it takes a little bit longer. But I mean, you could do it lower for longer, but you don't want to dry the cake out either. But it is, for pineapple upside down cake, it's a little bit difficult, but it can be done though, for it to be dry, only because of the steps that you do, the caramel on top and all of that type of stuff, and the pineapple is juicy, so it's difficult to overbake, really.
So Sam said it's the sugar and the eggs you whisk. You melt. You put you put a lot of you melt the butter and chocolate together. Then you add the dry mix to the flour. So basically, you do the sugar and eggs first. I'm assuming you whisk them up into like a foam. Then you melt the butter and the chocolate together.
That's right, yeah.
Then you add the dry mix of the flour and cocoa powder. Sorry guys, I'm not well. No, it's okay.
No.
Don't apologise. Don't apologise at all. Keegan says, send me your cupcakes.
Keegan, send me a cupcake. Send me the carrot cake.
Oh, you're gonna have to now.
We'll see.
There you are. What was I going to say? So, no, Sam, don't worry. You don't have to talk about food anymore if it's making you ill.
Yeah,
I was going to say, we'll have to change the subject if it's going to make you ill. But that's interesting, actually, when you're doing doing that as well.
That's how I do.
No. What I'm saying is, that's the thing that always gets you with making cakes. Is the fact that you've got to do it in this set order.
Yeah. If you want it to come out in a certain way, you have to do it that way. So because there are lots of tricks and things in order so that the cake doesn't come out dry, or you want it to be fluffy or whatever it is. Like I bake my chocolate cherry cupcakes for 25 minutes. If I wanted it fudgy, I would bake it for less time. But when you leave it in the cake tin, it still carries on cooking.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So it will be cooked all the way. My cherry chocolate cupcakes will be cooked all the way through.
Bye. Please let me know if we can see you. Send us a message and we will see what we can do.
Yeah, private message.
Private, not here. Private message. What was I going to say? Yeah, I know. It's one of those things, isn't it? So I did see that. It did make me laugh. You know, when they did Celebrity Bake Off.
Mm-hmm.
And they had the guy from Made in Chelsea, I've forgotten his name. And when he was making it as well, he put everything in the blender to mix it all up. So he put the eggs, the butter, and whizzed it all up into a really, really fine thing.
Okay.
And of course, when it came out, it was so stodgy. And of course, like, what's his name? Paul Hollywood said, "How did you mix this?" And he said, "I just put it in the blender to make it really fine." He goes, "No, that doesn't work. You can't blend a cake. Because you need the air in it."
Yeah.
And he said, if you've blended it, all you're going to get is a real stodgy mess, is what you've got. And they said it was absolutely revolting. It was really, really revolting.
I've never thought about blending ingredients together, really. But yeah, normally how I do mine is I do normally the sugar and the eggs together, butter. So sugar, eggs, butter. And I do, I was just thinking, what was I doing to do the pineapple upside down? So I did the sugar. So I did the sugar and the butter first, and then I waited till they were pale and creamy, and then I added the eggs. And lastly, you add the flour, but you don't want to over mix it because you'll activate too much of the gluten, and then that won't be good for your cakes. So normally the best thing to do is to fold in flour, but sometimes I can't be bothered, so I just quickly zap it in the mixer. And then I added that to the already prepared cake tin. So basically I had done the light brown sugar and the butter, and then I spreaded it all around, and then I arranged but you have to be careful how you arrange your pineapple rings, because it's pineapple upside down cake, so you can't arrange it in the way that you're looking. You have to think about how it's going to, when you turn it over, how it's then going to look. So you have to arrange it in a specific way.
Oh no, I stand corrected. So Sam says Mary Berry has a few cake recipes, throwing it all into one bowl mix. Into one bowl and just mixing it. They do work. Pound cake is the easiest. Now, isn't pound cake? I always think of pound cake being a bit like a Victoria sponge. You literally just bake the whole thing in one go.
But yeah, and I think for me, when I think of pound cake, I think, is it more sturdy? So is that a more sturdy cake than, like like if you were to blend the butter and the sugar and then the eggs, and then you add your dry ingredients.
Yeah. But if you do that as well, because more dense, you mean? You're saying about more of a dense cake?
Yeah, like more of a sturdy cake. Yeah, more of a sturdy cake, so more of a dense cake rather than a light a lighter cake.
So if anybody has any good pound cake recipes they want to say, or any recipes that they want to put in the chat, please do feel free, because we've got onto the subject of doing the cakes purely because Kelly's doing her cakes.
Yeah.
Off she goes again.
And it smells amazing.
Right, you'll have to bring that out so people can see.
Yeah.
So Kelly does a really nice pineapple upside down cake, which I'm hoping she'll bring in a second as well. Are you going to show the flip?
I'm not going to show the flip. I don't want to burn all my hands with the caramel and stuff.
Same weight of butter, flour, etc. Yes, sturdy cake. Do you know what? I think when I've tried cakes as well, I just do the simplest recipe. 400 grams of flour, 400 grams of butter, 400 grams of sugar, 2 eggs, mix them on, done. Add in some vanilla essence. That's the easiest cake to do. The absolute easiest. You're just mixing it all in. How's it looking?
It needs longer. But it's difficult to tell without my cake tester, but I can tell. It's not separated from the sides yet.
Just use a knife.
You heathen.
I know you want all these fancy gadgets. You could probably take the cake tester out of the dishwasher. It's been in there for about an hour.
No, it's fine. I can tell that it's not perfect.
All right, here we go. So I'm afraid you're going to see a lot of backwards and forwards because Kelly is baking at the moment. We would normally do this on the live. It's just that she needs to bake it for her mum tomorrow. So that's why she's doing it now.
Yeah, and I've still got another one to bake. So.
Oh my word, you're going to be a bit busy.
So.
Come and sit down and let's do the live.
Yeah, I've done. I'm glad that I did the chocolate cupcakes already. And but the thing is with chocolate cupcakes, they take 25 minutes. Or cupcakes in general normally take about 25 minutes. So as long as you're quick with and the thing with the chocolate cherry as well, it can be all done in one pan. So you're not having to use the stand mixer or anything like that. So that's why it was easy for me to be able to do 2, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't used the stand mixer. So I was able just to do it in so I just had a heavy bottomed pan, and then I did my butter and chocolate, salt, jam, sugar, flour, and yeah, that was pretty much it.
Where are we? So my cakes fail if I open the oven, says Sam. Because yours is not fan assisted.
Right.
So yeah, that's the trouble. That's one of the things. If you open the oven, that with Yorkshire puddings is fatal. If your Yorkshire pudding, as soon as you open that oven, that's it. Game over.
I've not used the fan assisted though. I've not used a fan assisted.
Oh, just in the normal. Yeah,
just on the normal.
Oh, okay.
Just on the normal.
There is that bit where it's got to get to a certain stage, otherwise it will collapse.
Yeah, but I had it in for 35 minutes before I went to check it, and so it had already risen. And I can tell that the batter is not quite done. And I have to wait for it to, and I just touched it a little bit, but it didn't spring back. So I thought, because normally when you touch your cakes, it should spring back, and it didn't, and it's not separated from the side. So in my mind, I'm thinking that's not. And I've got two cake testers, she says. I do have another one somewhere. So I've got about 2 or 3 cake testers, but also I've got toothpicks. And normally when I can't find my cake tester, it's fine because I can get my toothpick. And I don't know where my toothpicks are.
My cakes, sorry, Sam said, oh, Kelly, you are amazing. And I bet your cakes are.
Thank you.
Oh,
that's
bless
so
you, Sam.
kind.
But I was going to say vice versa.
Yes.
Vice versa, for sure.
Because when you talk about your recipes, and I'm thinking, they sound amazing.
Yes, I just whipped up that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just whipped up this guinea pig cake, and I'm like,
I might just do a lobster thermidor. I don't know, just for a snack.
Yeah, I'm just like,
blimey, Sam.
Yeah, it's like when Mark used to come on.
Miss Moreau.
Miss Moreau, how are you?
How are you? It's so good to see you.
How seen you for ages.
I hope you're good. We were just talking about cakes and stuff like that. So Kelly at the moment is doing a load of cake baking.
Yeah.
Which she will show.
Yes.
I'm going to force you to show.
It's not that you can't force me to show, but what I'm saying is
I encourage, I should say.
It's not that. It's I don't want the caramel to burn my hands. So if the live is still going and it's cooked, then I can show you once it's cooled down a little bit and I can turn it out. But if not, then yeah, I can't. Unless you want to burn your hands with the caramel.
Oh, let me do it.
Yeah.
Sam said, Kelly, I want you on Bake Off. Would
I
you?
am not that good. No.
I think
I
you
wouldn't.
would.
No.
I think you would struggle at breads, maybe.
I would struggle with a lot of things, and especially with if it was is it the technical? I would struggle with the technical.
Oh, it's so good. No, it's good to see you as well. We haven't seen
Oh,
you for
bless you.
such a
Hey,
long time.
Mother.
How have you been? What's been happening? Anything
Hope you're well.
exciting? Yeah, but really nice to see you again. Yeah, so we've just been doing our usual. Doing our videos,
Yeah.
doing our lives, trying to get out there a bit more. So we've got a few more videos, like I say, to come up. One of them, like I said, we shot on Fleet Street. So that will be coming up quite soon. Madame has got to look at it and see if she's happy with it.
It's a very, very short video.
It is a short video, actually.
It's like 7 minutes.
And then the others are, we went outside of London as well, so I need to edit those and put those up. And we do need to try and film something this weekend.
Yes, a couple of things this weekend.
Which is what we're going to do. All good. Yeah, we're both well as well. Really good to see you. I've got to say, really good to see you as well. It's so nice seeing people we haven't seen for a while. Yeah, so like I say, you're doing your baking bits.
Yeah, and so like I said, I've got one more cake to bake, but once I've baked that, if I want to, I can just decorate it at my mum's like I did. So when we had the barbecue, that's what I did. So we handled a barbecue at my mum's, and then I baked a cake, but I didn't have time to decorate it here. So I just bought everything that I needed and decorated it at my mum's. I made the frosting there and everything, and then just frosted it there. So I could potentially do that, but I made the cream cheese here, the white chocolate cream cheese here. So, but if I've got time, because you have to wait for it to cool as well. But the good thing about pineapple upside down cake is that it's already got its topping, so I don't have to add anything to it. Guaranteed, my mum's gone to get custard, and she's only thought, oh, she's only going to make custard for herself. That's what she always does. She always makes custard for herself.
So Kelly will make this cake for everybody, and then her mum will go off in the corner, custard for herself, pours it on hers, and then leaves this
and
tiny
they go, oh,
amount.
Did you want custard?
Something else. She's something else.
Oh, did you want custard? I don't like custard, by the way.
Oh, Sam said, I forgot to tell you that Zachary's hearing test came back clear.
Oh, wow.
Brilliant.
Oh, bless him. Yeah. Oh, good.
Oh, that's really good. That's really, really good. I know you're a bit worried about that as well. So it's nice that he's doing well. I'm so glad he's okay. All clear. There's nothing like an all clear test.
Yeah.
So go on. Talk to us about the next cake you're going to be doing.
So yeah, the next one's cherry almond.
That's one of my favorites, I've got to say.
Yeah, and I will do it with the cream cheese frosting and all of that type of stuff. So I'll see how, but sometimes that's a little bit difficult to cut. So you know, I have this what do they call it? The blade that it's like a string. And it goes across like a wire. Sorry. So it's like a wire and it goes across.
Oh, here we go.
And it looks like a hanger, an upside down hanger. And then you have to cut the cake down the middle so that you get an even slice. And sometimes with the cherry almond, it's a little bit difficult just to get that first bit through.
Yeah. So while Kelly's doing that and checking on the cake now, it was a shame Amy wasn't on today because she mentioned in the last live that she went to see a film called Tim, T-I-M. So T. Well, obviously everyone knows how to spell Tim. I wasn't being patronising, but so it's T.I.M, and I forget what it stands for. But the film is about this couple that settle in this house, and the wife. She works for an AI company that make this robot, which is basically like a butler, really, a robotic butler. So they send them one of this butler, but these butlers aren't yet for sale. They haven't been perfected yet. But all the staff are told you've got to have one because you're supposed to be promoting it. And it's about how this AI robot integrates into the family. I won't say any more than that so I don't ruin it. It was okay, but it did get better. For the first sort of hour, I thought...
That's what Amy said.
Yeah. It started off really slow, and I just thought, I'm not sure. But it did get better. I thought, oh, wow, that's a bit of a twist. Sam said, what is the almond-flavoured tipple called?
Oh, Disaronno.
Disaronno. I think you're right. I was going to watch it. Thought it was called Tin. So thank you. Yeah, so it's called Tim. I forgot something like something integrated manservant. I think it's called. So the idea is it's a robotic butler basically. But the thing is as well, this butler, because he's a computer, he connects to all your smart devices. So just by he'll just sort of say, he'll be saying, do you want me to send an email for you? And he'll go, right, it's
walking
done.
AI business.
Yeah, exactly. So of course, but also you have to give him all the passwords so he can then make purchases for you. And he doesn't have to type anything in. He just basically, because he's connected into the white thing, he'll just, there you go, I've just ordered you, yeah, the Robin Williams movie I've not seen. There is a movie where he plays a robot.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
What was it called?
I can't remember, but because the robot lives on forever pretty much. And I like, for me, it's got Haley Joel Osment in it as well. Is that the one you're talking about? Because I think he's done a couple. But I watched the one with Haley Joel Osment, and I couldn't get on with it.
No.
It was a Steven Spielberg film as well.
Yeah. Oh, was that the one? There was a film that was originally directed by Stanley Kubrick, and then he died halfway through the film. So
I don't know.
Spielberg took over. I don't know if it's that one.
I have no idea.
Every time I ask you about this, you don't know.
But Stanley Kubrick died. Is he the one that did Eyes Wide Shut?
Yeah.
Then it wasn't that one, because that robot one was done before Eyes Wide Shut. So
Eyes Wide, he died shortly after Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, but the Robin Williams one I think was done before Eyes Wide Shut. So I don't think it's that one.
Let me have a look.
But yeah, every time I ask you, as if I'm some walking encyclopedia, he doesn't know, but yet he's expecting me to know, and I'm just like,
Kelly. It's called AI, says Siobhan. There we are.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it.
There you go. Sam's right. She goes, no, it was called Bicentennial Man. You must try it again. It's so good.
Is that the one with Haley Joel Osment? There's one with Haley Joel Osment.
You tell me not to get my tablet, but you don't know.
I didn't say not to get your tablet. What I said was, well, don't spend all your time on the tablet because we're on the live. That's what I said.
Right. Let me have a look. Okay. Right. Here we go. Bicentennial.
Yeah, they're different movies. Yeah. But it's the one with Haley Joel Osment that is the one that I didn't like.
So Bicentennial Man doesn't have Haley. What's her name?
Haley Joel Osment. It's a boy. It's the one who played the Sixth Sense.
No, it's not him then.
Yeah.
No, you're thinking of the other one, which I think, as Siobhan said, is AI.
Right. Whatever the one with Haley Joel Osment is, really boring.
AI, it is.
Yeah, it was so boring. I was just like, and I love a good Steven Spielberg movie, and I was just like,
oh my god, hey, have you seen Haley Joel Osment now?
What, grown man? He doesn't look like the boy in Sixth Sense anymore.
He's got a massive beard. He's got a full-on beard. I don't know if he's still acting. Let me have a little look.
This is what I say when he gets his tablet out and it leads on to something else, and then
no.
Else.
This is all part of the line. Yeah, he is. As someone said, yeah, he is an AI. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's what saying here.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it. And somebody the other day was talking about Solaris. Again, I didn't enjoy that either. And I thought,
I like slow moving films as well, but like Kelly hates them.
It's like the one. What's the one where Sandra Bullock is in? Oh, that's another.
Oh, I've not seen that one.
It's another boring one.
It's all of this, all drifting into the middle of space. What one's that called?
And then there's the
one with George Clooney.
Yeah, and then there's the one called The Road with Viggo Mortensen.
Oh, I wanted to see that, which you hated as well.
And then there's District 9. Oh,
I like District 9.
I will never get these hours back of my life. I would never get them back again. All these movies, no, they're not for me.
Ben Siobhan said, I'm with you, Kelly. It was a bit dull.
It was just like all of those movies I've mentioned were dull.
It's Thunder on Dan's account. When I saw Dan M, I thought, oh, that's Thunder's Dan. Yeah, there you are. How are you? You okay?
I hope you're well.
So Kelly has just been baking. And still baking for those that you just joined. So we are hoping we can show you the
pineapple upside down cake.
Yeah, as well. But I shall try and do the flip live. Solaris is actually pants.
Yeah, it really is.
I liked it. I did. What was funny actually was when George Clooney did the because obviously they got to do the press conference, and he got really annoyed with the German journalist.
All right.
Because the German journalist was talking about the space and travel and stuff like this, and then he said, the German journalist goes, "You know, I know you did a movie, but I find it actually quite boring." And he went, "Oh, you make a lot of movies, do you?" He got really upset. George Clooney got really annoyed with it. Siobhan said, "Have you seen the movie Insomnia?"
Oh, that's the one with Christian Bale. No, I've not seen it.
Oh, is that the one where he loses loads of weight, goes down to size?
I always forget. Is it that one or The Machinist?
No, that's The Machinist. You're right.
The Machinist. Yeah, I was thinking. I can't remember Insomnia, but I want to say, is that with Christian Bale as well?
No, it's with Al Pacino and Robin Williams.
No. Then no, I've not seen.
That's the one.
Oh no. For a second there, I was thinking about Awake, but no, that's something different. Something different.
Never got through the end of that film. Fell asleep each time.
Which one?
It's Insomnia. That's this one. Sam said District 9 pays off. Stick with it. I did like District 9.
I watched it all. I went to the cinema to see this. I went to the cinema. Like I don't even know why I get talked into these things. I went to the cinema to see Solaris. I went into the cinema to see District 9. Cinema to see the George Clooney film. And you can't escape because you got to sit there. And I was just like, these films are really, really boring.
Yeah, we're good, thank you, Thunder. I hope you're well. Nice to see you. Yeah, that's the one with Al Pacino. No, you're absolutely right. Sunshine is good, but slow. The end is good. Gravity is amazing. Clooney is good, but well, this is it. So Sunshine, that's the one with Cillian Murphy, isn't it? I've not seen that one. There's loads of actually these space ones. Ad Astra was another one I wanted to see. I haven't got to see. The one with what's his name? Matthew McConaughey, and I've forgotten that one as well. Interstellar, I haven't seen that one either. Oh, you're eating at Harvester. So Thunder's eating a Harvester. Oh, I hope you're having a really good meal as well. We did a review of Harvester when we were in Brighton, and we lost all the footage. I don't know what happened, but all the footage just got wiped. So we never ever ended up putting it up on our channel. Oh, I hope you're enjoying it as well. Kelly's baking. She's just baked cupcakes, and she's baking a pineapple upside down cake. Oh, I thought you were joking, Siobhan, because when you say Insomnia, I couldn't sleep through that. I fell asleep every time. I thought it was part of the joke. I know what you're saying. There's been films.
What is she saying? It's boring.
I have tried to watch Dune, the new one with Timothy. Is it Chalamet?
Yeah.
Timothy Chalamet. I've tried to watch that so many times, and I just keep falling asleep. And it's a good film, but it's because it's so slow paced. I just keep falling asleep.
Which film?
Dune.
Oh yeah. I've seen that one.
Al Pacino. Boom. Interstellar will blow your mind. I do want to watch Interstellar, but I've got to find. Honestly, Sam, these days I rarely get a spare 3 hours. You should bring in the cupcakes so Thunder could see them. She's gonna Thunder. Here we go, Thunder. We will show you that. What are those giant book things in the background behind Kelly? Oh my God. So those, the ones with the magical card symbol, my dad is a magician. He noticed. Oh, these, right. So those are actually chests of drawers. So we bought these because we thought they looked quite cool. They're actually, they're just chests of drawers that you can see. So these are Kelly's chocolate cherry cupcakes.
Yeah. So,
now you're going to put topping on these, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to frost them in a bit. So if you want to see the recipe is actually on the channel. There's a playlist called Kelly's Cakes and Bakes, I think.
Yeah, they are. Not that we're plugging. Yeah, so there you go. So these are actually drawers. We thought these were quite cool. We've got another set of drawers actually, which are all of these are basically bookends. So they look like bookends, but that's what they are. So you've got the Joker at the bottom there as well. But yeah, that's what it's just, they open out like a chest of drawers. Harvester is nice. Would you go again? We would definitely go again because we do want to film it. It's changed so much since I last went. Now, when we went was 2021, I believe. So when we went there as well, bear in mind it was just out of lockdown, so you couldn't serve yourself. The waitress had to serve you.
Yeah.
Because they were still doing the whole lockdown thing. But I would love to go again just to sort of refilm it and show what's there. So I would do that. Oh, I love them. I want them too. Was that the cupcakes or the actual drawers?
I think that was the drawers.
So the drawers you can get on Amazon.
You probably still can get them, to be fair.
I will show you. Let me have a little dig there. They're cool. Dad agrees too. Sam said have to be in the right frame of mind. So yes, sometimes. Oh wait, I don't sleep more than 20 minutes at the moment. Oh no, are you in pain?
Oh,
Sam.
Do you know what? It's like one of those things where I was saying to Mark, so like so if I've got dinner and we're talking and I'm eating and blah blah blah, I'm fine. If inevitably I get disturbed in the middle of the dinner, whatever it is, or lunch or whatever, I cannot go back and eat my food. So I have to wrap it up and then leave it because I've been disturbed. So I can't like finish whatever. Inevitably, yeah, I don't get a chance to ever finish a meal, I don't think. What I've noticed lately is if I wake up in the middle of the night or if Mark wakes up, I can't go back to sleep. I'm then permanently in that doze kind of phase. And yeah, it's really difficult for me to go back to sleep. I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, I'm the same actually. As soon as we have cute cupcakes.
Thank you. When I frost them later, they'll look like mini boobs. That's the best way that I can explain them. Because when you frost them and then you put the cherry on the top, I'm just like, these do not look like. Do you know what I mean? They're just so whenever I make them. But yeah, they are really tasty. And it was a request from the nephew. The nephew goes, Auntie Kelly, can you bake me a cake for my birthday, please?
Right, now there is definitely a cake. This is a question for a cake. I've got cake on the brain. This is definitely a question for you.
Okay.
My dad asked, what is your favorite Friends episode? I know Kelly's favorite. Hang on, Kelly's favorite friend, but I'll let her say it. And who is your favorite character?
Do you know what the thing about my favorite character? It changes over the years. When I first started watching it, Chandler was my favorite character, and then after that, I think it was sort of like in between Phoebe and Joey kind of thing. I think because when I was younger, I was sarcastic like Chandler, and I like that sense of humor. And even now, I'm a little bit sarcastic, and I'm like, hello, kind of thing. So yeah, I think it was mainly Chandler, and all the phrases that he used to say and stuff like that would be in my mind before he used to say them. And so when he would say them, I'd be like, oh my god, that's exactly how I think. And then sort of like yeah, Phoebe with a little quick sort of say, and Joey, he always makes me, yeah, I love Joey. But my absolute favorite episode, I think, is when they do the quiz, when Joey and Chandler say that they know Monica and Rachel better than Monica and Rachel know Chandler and Joey.
Now for the lightning round.
Yeah.
I know this.
Majored in lightning round. You are so dead.
So is your dad really into Friends? I was going to say Kelly is really into Friends. So Joey, just quickly, that's what I've been doing. So I don't know. I've never, ever used this website as well. So just add that as a caveat. But there they are, $143.99. I don't think they were ever the price they're saying they were at, but about $150 is around about the price to pay for them if you're interested. But that's them there if you want to buy them. Homes Direct 365. There's also another place on here, as I'm not sponsored by them, called Tang & Co Home as well. They also sell them if you are interested. There you go. But they're 149 crowns, both free delivery.
Who is your dad's favorite character, and what is your dad's favorite episode?
Cute cupcakes as well. Sam said, very pretty. I got some elephant car furniture, but the stupid mole grew on it. Oh no. New nickname is Monkey. Or when the kids ever have their own place, he can have them, but must kill the mole. You can actually, once you've killed the mold, you'll need to varnish it. If you varnish it, the mold won't grow on the varnish. Right. Zachary and his mum and dad live in a one room, like I do when they applied for housing, got the lowest band, so I won't kick them out. Oh, but yeah, no, that's it with the mold thing. I've had that as well. The trouble is, once mold gets onto furniture like that, it's very difficult then to get rid of. That's all right, no problem. I don't know. I hope you were interested. We do have another, but it's all stuck in the corner there.
Yeah, it's stuck in the
There's
corner,
another one that we've got. Actually, I can show you, which is actually, if you're at all interested, it's actually bookends.
Oh, thanks for showing the website for the drawers.
Sam said, my favorite friend is when the baby gets lost on the bus.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that when they're running up and down?
Yeah, they're running up and down looking for the bus, because Ross eats kiwi lime pie, and he has an allergy and has to go and get a shot. And so Chandler and Joey take care of Ben. I mean, yeah, but yeah, I know pretty much all the episodes, to be quite honest. I don't have it on as much now, but I still do have it on every now and again. But I like the episode where Monica is looking for the switch, and at the very end you see Phoebe going, and the TV show, she's going, and then she goes, oh, I lost it. And it was just like, things like that just really make me laugh.
Hey Amy.
Hey Amy.
There we go. So that's the other one we've got. So it's they look like the ends of books on there as well. So that's the other one. Book
spines.
We thought it was cool at the time. We've had it. We bought them when we first moved in.
Yeah.
Dan said, my dad agrees. Sorry, Thunder said, my dad agrees. He said at the start it was Chandler, and now it's definitely Ross. His favorite episode is when Alec Baldwin is in his parka.
Oh yeah. So that's when he thinks everything is like, the concrete highway or whatever it is that he calls it. Yeah.
Property of what? What was the property?
Yeah, it's the bus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He thinks Parker is so funny.
Yeah.
Did you watch the film? Amy, I was just talking about you. Yes, I did. And do you know what? I deliberately watched it because I was hoping you'd be on today. So I did watch it. I watched it last night. So you went out.
I went out.
So I made sure I watched it. So I did like it. And you are right. It gets better. I've got to be honest. In the first 45 minutes, I thought, oh, what's this? This is just weird. And I thought it's okay, it's a bit boring, but then it gets more interesting. I was like, ooh, this is interesting. So I did like it, and I did like the concept of it. I did thought it's quite clever. I'm trying to be very suspicious, but also as well, you kind of get suspicious all the way through it. So for anybody that's interested, the film was called Tim, Tim. And it's about a couple that settle out into the countryside. The wife, she works for a AI company, so she's developing the prosthetics, so basically the arms of the robots. And they're developing a butler called Tim, so it's a robotic butler, completely AI. And the idea is you let this butler have complete control over your internet passwords, your smart things, everything. And the butler does everything for you. So it will actually order your shopping, go collect stuff for you, clean the house, tidy the house, do the gardening, all of that. So they let it completely free, integrate into its system. What could possibly go wrong? It's top 3 in the UK at the moment.
It's very similar to the one that we watched the other night with Evelyn, where the wife has a crash with the husband.
Yeah.
Very similar. Very similar.
It is a very similar concept, except in this one, so they're a married couple. Of course, they settle out in the countryside. The husband can't get, he's left his job. He hasn't got a job, so he's basically stuck at home while she goes out and works, develops these robots. Of course, he's left at home with this thing. Oh yeah, Amy said she knows that film.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
again, I can't give any details away because it really is so easy just to kill the twist.
Yeah.
Was it called Secret Obsession? I'm not sure that's the one.
I don't think that's the one.
I'm gonna have a little look. Good job, I got the tablet. Hey.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go check on the cake in a minute, and then I'm gonna turn it out, and then hopefully it will be cooked all the way through and not raw. But I did poke it with a knife, but only in the middle. Sometimes when you have your toothpick, you have to poke it all the way through.
No, it was Secret Obsession.
No, it's not that one.
It's not that film. I'm not sure what it was called. But again, it's a similar sort of concept.
It's with the girl that was in Fast and the Furious, the first and the second one, with Paul Walker's character. She was with Paul Walker's character. I don't know what the girl's name is.
Somebody was saying to me as well, they said, oh, all these AI films where everything goes wrong. I said, well, yeah, but if everything goes right, it's not going to be a really boring film. Yeah, I've got this thing and it all goes right and everything was brilliant. Amy said, oh, is that your favourite film, Secret Obsession?
Oh, wow.
Let me have a little look at this then.
Wow.
I have not seen this film at all. So it's quite new or newish. 2019 it came out.
I'm just trying to think of what my favourite film is. I think...
Oh, that's too hard.
My favourite film would be one of two, I think, which would be Weird Science, and then the other one would be Adventures in Babysitting, or they renamed it A Night on the Town. So those two films are probably Labyrinth, probably.
So if anybody is interested in Tim is on Netflix at the moment. So you can watch it for free if you have Netflix.
Yeah.
Secret Obsession is a woman is recuperating from trauma, but she remains in danger because she returns to a life she doesn't quite remember.
No, that's not it. No, that's not the one. Yeah.
Oh, you've seen it 10 times or more, Secret Obsession.
What?
My God, this must be good.
It must be good.
Right then, Amy, this is another one that you recommended. I'll have to have a little look at this one.
Wow.
If you recommend it like that as well, if it's that good. I've not seen that. Has anybody else got any recommendations they would give for films as well? So thank you though, Amy. I did watch it because you said, and I did actually quite like it.
Yeah, I don't think it would have been my type of film.
Oh, you wouldn't have liked it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so anybody. I'm not going to oversell it. It is quite a low budget movie, Tim, but it was quite interesting. I did find it quite interesting. And it's the sort of movie you would do if you're on a Sunday. You've got some time to kill and you just click through. I think, oh, I'll watch this. Usurping is the show I was thinking of with David Schwimmer. Have you seen that?
No.
Uprising. Sorry, my eyesight. Uprising, not Usurping.
There is like if you're into Amy, if you're into those types of stories, you should watch things like Utopia and was the other one called Humans with the guy who played Merlin. Let me have a quick look.
Thunder said, are you going to the carnival? So if it's the Notting Hill. We avoid it like the plague, I'm afraid. Not that there's anything wrong with the carnival. I just don't like crowds. So I always avoid the carnival.
Yeah, if you're into the AI concept
all
of that and all of that type of stuff, check out Humans and Utopia. Utopia was a really good one. Yeah. But they're series, it's not a film.
Amy said, what's the 4 words, Mark? Now, I don't want to say the last, because she obviously, as you know, he changes the password, the fail-safe thing. I'm not going to say the last 4 words. I've got to be honest, though, Amy, when they said the shutdown, I didn't think of those 4 words. I thought, oh, yeah, that's so obvious. I've chosen 4 words that you would never say. And I thought that was so obvious then when he said it, but I just didn't think of it at the time. Bernadette's joined us. Hello, Bernadette.
Hey, Bernadette.
Bernadette said, I love both Weird Science and Adventures in Babysitting. I could watch them now.
Yeah. I love them. And there's another one that John Cryer played in, where he's on the run from...
Kelly LeBrook. Not Kelly Brook, but Kelly LeBrook.
Kelly LeBrock. No, Kelly... Yeah, Kelly. No, it's not Kelly LeBrock.
Kelly LeBrook.
It's not Kelly LeBrook. Because you're thinking of Kelly Brook.
Yeah, this is
It's
Kelly
not-
Librook. Or is it Librock?
It's LeBrock, I think. But I'll check about that in a second. Let me have a look at the John Cryer film.
Weird Science. What I loved about Weird Science is when they put those bras on the head, and a very young Robbie Downey Jr. is in there.
Yeah.
But he was just called Robert Jr. in there.
Hiding Out. So that was done in 1987, and it's called Hiding Out. That one was a really good one. And then there was a couple that what's his name did.
Science.
What's his name? I forget now. What's his name? Patrick Dempsey.
Oh, Bernadette said for sci-fi, I really loved Arrival. It's a few years ago, but do you know what? That's been on my to-watch list for ages. That's the one that plays Lois Lane in the new Superman films. And I really wanted to see that huge sort of like monolith that floats in the sky.
What's her name? Amy Adams.
Yeah, Amy Adams. Yeah, she's in it. I did want to watch that, but it does look quite good. Thunder said, Thunder's dad here. So Dan's on. What are your hobbies? Sports, Xbox, or PlayStation? So
that's aimed at you.
That is aimed at me. So I must admit, I am a bit of a gamer. I do like, when I'm allowed, because I'll be allowed later on, won't I? While you're baking, I do like a little bit of PlayStation. I must be honest as well. I've kind of retired now, but I used to play football a lot. So I was goalkeeper when I used to play. So that's kind of things I do, and keep fit. That's one thing I try to do.
Yeah, you do your bike.
Oh yeah, my exercise bits. How about you, Dan? What are you into, sort of fun-wise? What do you do for hobbies? Anything you like to do? Baking's more Kelly's thing. I'm not very good at baking.
I bake, but it's not a hobby. But I took it up during lockdown. I mean, I baked when I was younger anyway, but I didn't bake a lot. But sometimes I would dabble here and there. But when 2020 hit, and me and my cousin were chatting like what we were going to do, and he was talking about colouring. I said, oh yeah. So he came up with a couple of ideas, and I thought, oh, do you know what? Let me try those as well. And one of them was baking. And because I used to bake a lot when I was younger, not a lot, but dabbled, I just thought, oh yeah, I'll take that back up. And I did. Can't Buy Me Love was one of one of Patrick Dempsey's movies that I watched.
Sam said Mr. Dreamy, lol, but I never got it. Is he not your type, Patrick Dempsey?
And Loverboy, that was the other one. So it was Loverboy and Can't Buy Me Love. I think in Loverboy, he's actually a pizza delivery guy. But when he came, so he took a break from acting for a long time. And when he came back, I didn't even recognize him. I didn't even realize it was Patrick Dempsey. I was like, what? This guy's Patrick Dempsey. But yeah, those were the ones that, Can't Buy Me Love, Loverboy, Weird Science, Pretty in Pink, Breakfast Club, I don't know, Uncle Buck. I'm just trying to think.
I loved Uncle Buck.
Yeah,
I loved Uncle Buck.
I loved Big Trouble in Little China, The Golden Child,
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
No,
I was not
into
Come on, that scene where they were both in bed.
No.
Where's your hands? I was in between two pillows. Those aren't pillows.
No.
Amy said, retired, you've just hit your 20s. This is true. This is true, but footballers do retire early. Dan said, who do you support? My hobbies are magic. Oh, yeah, you do like your magic.
Yes.
You have to tell us more about it. Are you in the magic circle? Football, boxing. I like all those. I like football. I love boxing. I do love gaming on PS4. Oh, we've got very similar tastes here. Play Call of Duty, but not that much anymore. And travel like you lot. Wow, we've got very similar taste.
Yeah, very similar.
So for my sins, and you can have a good laugh, I support Everton, but we are doing really, really badly. Richard on here supports West Ham. Who else supports you? You find that as well in Nick Hornby's novel, and I've got the name of it. When Saturday Comes, I think it was called. He said that you look out for teams results for your friends as well. So if you've got a friend who supports a team, look out for those. Yeah, Sam, I'm the same. I would go crazy without my exercise bike. I know yours is probably a proper bike, but it really just helps me relax.
Mm.
Bernadette said, yes, I love all those movies.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
you go.
yeah.
I got that kind of thing.
Yeah, I love them all.
Call of Duty Ghosts. No, I've not got that one. I've got a few of the Call of Duty series. I was more into things like, my favorite games are things like Red Dead Redemption.
That's the one I got you, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
one
yeah.
you got. I love that game. One of my favorite ones is Fallout. That's one of my favorite ones. So the other thing, I prefer Emilia or Rob Lowe, says Sam. Oh, okay. Emilio Estevez or Rob Lowe. Oh, you're Liverpool. Oh, the rivalry, the Mersey rivalry.
That's my brother's team.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, a lot of people like Liverpool. How are you feeling about this season? Do you think you have bought enough? You got gazumped on a few players. So you have bought a couple of good midfielders. The Hungarian guy, I've forgotten his name. I can't pronounce it. But I do think you might be a striker and definitely a centre back short. Freddy Krueger, where are you? Says Amy. Amy loves Freddy Krueger. You're going to have to watch the new one when it comes out, Amy, because they are, for anybody's interested, they are making a Nightmare from Elm Street series, and they've really made Freddy look a lot scarier. So the burns look a lot more realistic, and his eyes are pitch black. They're just pure black. It looks like they've been inked. It's really well done how they've done it. Bernadette said, I love the Goonies and I love martial arts. So Bruce Lee, Van Damme, love those movies.
I love I've mentioned it before, but Warriors, which is based on the writings of Bruce Lee. I like things like Snake in the Eagle's Shadow, Crystal Fist, Enter the Dragon, all of that type of stuff. But I'm watching at the moment Warriors. So season 1 and 2 is on Sky at the moment, but season 3, I can't remember where that's being shown, but it's not being shown on Sky.
Now, Kelly and I do quote, well, it's mainly me, from Goonies quite a lot. So I love that bit. Do you know when all the kids go into the Fratelli's restaurant hideout? And she sits down and goes, what do you boys want? And they go, water. So whenever I ask Kelly for a drink, I go, water. But yeah, the Goonies have got so many great quotes.
Yeah.
Chocolate. Chocolate. No, that's not Chunk. That was
Sloth.
Sloth. Yeah. Sam said, I broke the weld on my bike, but my son has he's cannibalized. Is it Cannibalist 2? Has a Cannibalist 2? I'm not sure what type of bike that is.
No.
Amy, you're gonna love it. You are gonna love it. Hey, you guys! Bernadette said, I shall check out Warriors.
Yeah, Warriors. Yeah, for sure. It's based on the writings of Bruce Lee, but there is a main character, and I didn't spot it at first, but later on you think, is Bruce Lee writing about himself in this story? Which I suppose it would have been. He was probably writing something that he was going to later star in, and it's this Warriors, and it's really, really good. Really good.
Dan said, I have a couple of videos on YouTube of my friend and teacher doing magic. He's one of the world's best. Worth the watch if you have to. No, I will watch that, Dan.
For sure.
Is it on your Dan M account? Can I see it on then? If so, I will check that out. Thank you. I will watch that.
I'm just trying to think, can you send us a link? Because if I click on that, it won't take me to.
No, I can take a look. I can see the avatar and it's Dan M, so we'll have to have a little look for it. But if it's on your Dan M account, we'll be able to do that. Bernadette went water. Yeah, I love that bit. Or the bit when they tried when he knocks into the water cooler.
Yeah,
I love that bit.
I got it.
Oh,
I don't got it.
Oh, the bit I love is when they go.
Hope it's not possible.
Yeah, the bit where they go chocolate eruption, and they got chocolate eruption, and they got
Rocky Road and chocolate eruption.
If you look closely at that clip, I don't want to ruin it. The guy that plays a dead person is going on because he acts so well. The little boy, he's trying desperately not to laugh,
to smile. Yeah,
he's falling on him like this because as he's falling.
It's Chunk.
Where are we? Sam said, I'm watching the Avengers movie at the moment. That's quite good.
I like the Avengers movie.
Have fun of 3 hours. Endgame. I've not seen Endgame.
No, you have. You've watched all of them.
Oh, the Endgame.
Yeah.
I have seen Endgame. Sorry, it's the Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
Yes, I have seen Endgame. It is a bit long, but it was all right, that one.
I liked that one, but do you know, we watched Justice League, yeah, and then Zack Snyder did a his own version. It was completely different. It was completely different, but I preferred the Zack Snyder one to the one that they released. Yeah, it was really good.
Halloween movies are out soon. So Halloween, if you go to Disneyland or Universal Studios in America, they start doing their stuff from September onwards.
Yeah.
So you will start, well, actually about now. So they will start to see the Halloween merchandise come out quite soon. I've noticed quite a few shops like TK Maxx have started in their homeware store.
Right.
Have got all their Halloween decorations out. That's it. Liverpool may get third if they buy. You are right. They got gazumped twice in 3 days by Chelsea. Both our teams need a few players. We need more than a few players. It's not good that the manager said I could have substituted the whole team. We are in desperate need of a striker. Sam said Beetlejuice. I told you that story. It was so funny. So I've got a Beetlejuice t-shirt. You may have seen me wear it on one of the lives. And I was walking through the park, and there were 3 guys coming the other way, and one went, Beetlejuice, like that. And I laughed. I said, oh, don't say it 3 times. And he went, what? Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. What do you want? He thought, I said, I'm not challenging you. I just said, that's the thing. And anyway. In the film, he thought I wanted to fight. I said, no. I just said, when you say don't say it 3 times, in the film, that's what they do. For anybody interested, they are doing a sequel to Beetlejuice.
Yes, they are.
So it's not going to be a remake. It's going to be a sequel with the original cast. I don't know if Baldwin's in it because he's obviously had his legal troubles, but he will be in there. Not the mama, said Amy. Remember Throw Mama from the Train?
Yeah, I've watched it, but I didn't. It wasn't my sort of thing.
It's the same actress who plays it. What do you call it in Goonies?
Yeah.
Not the Mama. Love it. Beetlejuice is awesome, and Endgame. Makes me think of Big Trouble in Little China.
I love Big Trouble in Little China. It's one of my favorite films. I really like it.
Amy,
I love Kurt Russell in it.
Amy said Christmas is soon. Don't say that. I was just thinking, that means cold nights. I hate cold nights. Dan said, what 3 famous people would you guys like to meet? Oh, that's so do you know what? It's not something I've really thought about. It's a very, very good question. But I'll throw that out to everybody as well. What 3 famous people would you like to meet? Sam said, my ex loved West Ham, but I'm a Man United. Oh, you're Man United. They're not doing too well either.
It's a tricky one because there isn't an actor that I admire at the moment, if that makes sense. Like, I think Timothée Chalamet is a really good actor. I think Tom Holland's a really good actor, but they're not ones. There aren't any, even older actors. There's no one that I think I like. If we're talking about crushes, Christopher Reeve back in the day, I would have said yeah.
It's got to be live.
I would have said yeah, but no, there isn't.
I wouldn't meet someone for a crush. Do you know what I would do? It would be someone that sounds cool, someone I could just have a good conversation with. It's not so much for the
like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah,
Keanu Reeves. He would be a good person to have a conversation with, I think.
See, someone like, if you say, I don't know, like Robert De Niro, I think he's quite quiet, and I'm not sure I would, although he's Robert De Niro and you would have a chat with him, it'd be someone who just is quite quirky, quite jokey. That's what I would like to do. Someone who would just be quite fun.
Yeah, I think Keanu Reeves probably would be a really good person to talk to. And it's very, like, I don't know too many people like that really, or heard stories about in Hollywood that you think, oh yeah, actually I could sit down and have a real conversation with them. And I think as well, with certain people, you needed to catch them at a certain time of their life in order to have like really good conversation, because sometimes as well, being in Hollywood or wherever, you get kind of cynical, or you change over time, or things affect you over time. So you're not the same person as you would have been sort of at a certain stage. So it is a really difficult one for me to think, oh yeah, actually, but Keanu Reeves is one. What's his name? But again, he's passed away. I would have liked to Richard Harris. I think he would have been a really good person to talk to. Possibly Ian McKellen.
Sam said in the new Flash. Oh, Amy said, "How they're fans, of course." What was that regarding? Oh, you're talking about Man United. Sam said in the new Flash movie, cool surprise as to who is Batman. I know who is Batman in the Flash movie, and he is one of my favorite Batmen.
Okay, right.
I'm not saying anything more. That's not spoiling
because
it.
now I already know who it is.
Very retro and must watch. Amy said Wonka looking a bit wonky, to be honest. Why do you say that? I thought
Timothy Chalamet would have been, yeah.
He looks quite good in it. And remember, he's got to play a young Willy Wonka.
Yeah. And I feel like there are some young actors that are coming out who are really good at their job. And Timothy Chalamet, when I see he doesn't sometimes when you get somebody like I don't know what's his name, the 4 Weddings and a Funeral guy. What's his name?
Which one? Richard E. Grant.
No, he wasn't in 4 Weddings and a Funeral.
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant. So like with Hugh Grant, to me, he plays the same character in every single film that he does. He's the same person. There's no change. There's no, do you know what I mean? It might be a variation, but it's essentially the same person. You know, that posh, well, yes, and you know, that bumbling type posh person. Whereas with somebody like Timothy Chalamet or even Christian Bale, I love Christian Bale. You would never think in your life that he had a Cockney accent until you speak to him in interviews and stuff like that. And I really love their style of acting, although with Christian Bale sometimes he goes a bit overboard because he carries the character. His wife must wake up and think, who am I going to wake up next to today? And so yeah, I feel like
Dustin Hoffman apparently is a bit like that. He carries, and who played in Lost the Mohicans?
Oh yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, he's very much like, he stays in character all the way through. So his wife said that's why she limits his number, because she said he'll stay in that character at home, so he'll be talking in a New York accent, whatever his character is. Bernadette said, I love Al Pacino, and Keanu is wonderful. So that's 2 potentially you would meet.
Yeah.
Sam said, I want to meet Kurt Cobain. I know. Dan said, I'd like to meet Michael Jordan, David Blaine, and Messi. Okay. So a lot of sports heroes there, obviously apart from Dave. I've met my number 1 hero, and he was amazingly kind. Oh, who was that?
Who was that?
Are you willing to say? Amy said, lol, Sam Smith right now. I knew Amy would say that. For me, I wanted to meet George Michael. Oh, really? Miss Moreau said, they say never meet your idol. Do you know what?
They say true.
That is true because of it putting you off, I suppose. Amy said, yeah, that's true. Well, I can't because he's not alive. Well, yeah, exactly. Amy said, Dan said, I met my idol, so they were wrong. I'm interested to see who this is.
Yeah.
Sam said, Cillian Murphy. Oh, he's amazing, but I've always loved George C. Scott. Okay. Oh gosh, Sam.
George C. Scott, he's the director, right?
G.C. Scott. No, he's an actor, isn't he? Do you mean George C. Scott? Because you got G.C. Scott. Amy said Tom Hardy.
Oh, right.
Yeah, George C. Scott. That's right. As super cool watching The Challenging. He was also in George C. Scott played in Doctor Strangelove. He was very good in that. Amy said, I would love to meet Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Oh, yeah.
Dan said, Mike Tyson. Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Did you meet? Because he came over to England, didn't he? He actually he was in Brixton for a bit. And honestly, such a misunderstood guy. Met him twice and chatted him for a bit. One time in Vegas.
Oh, wow. It's the place you're going to meet anyone. It has to be in Vegas, right?
Do you know what Sam said? There Will Be Blood is one of the best movies. There's a series of movies they've shown where they said it's one of those films you'll only ever watch once. But when I watched it, his acting is outstanding. No, that's the thing. It'd be interesting you saw Mike Tyson in there. You didn't steal his tiger, did you, in a Vegas hotel?
Muhammad Ali picked me up when I was a baby.
I was going to say, I told
in
you
Brixton.
I was going to say for you to tell that story.
Yeah.
Yeah. You did.
So basically, they're in Brixton. My granddad and my mum. I don't know if my dad was there. My granddad met Muhammad Ali, and he goes, "Oh, these are my granddaughters," like this. And so Muhammad Ali picked me up, and my mum was like really, because obviously like some big tall man is just picking me up, and she was like really nervous. And but then obviously yeah, and so that's the story, that Muhammad Ali picked me up when I was a baby.
The Changeling is super scary. I've not seen that. I haven't seen that one. Is that one you'd recommend? So if you are planning on doing a little horror Halloween night, you can get some in now. Get some film ideas in now. Amy said Muhammad Ali, a bit of controversy. He was always. Dan said he did a meet and greet at Paris Hotel in Vegas.
Right, yeah.
He called me over for a chat about my t-shirt, and we sat and chatted for a bit.
What t-shirt were you wearing?
Did you have an ode to him on it? Right, is your cake done?
I will go and turn.
Careful. You're so accident, and then like drags.
What do you mean so accident prone?
Banging
I'm not
this.
accident prone, thank you very much. I just banged my knee against the table.
Well, what t-shirt were you wearing? Muhammad Ali is amazing. That's like a class claim to fame. Yeah, so when Kelly was a little baby, he held Kelly.
I need the
What do you need?
The discs. Need the discs.
There you are. So these are little cake discs that she's got. Don't ask why we keep them there.
We keep them there so that it's easy for me to grab.
There you go. Amy said, lots of people chat to me about my 1970s camera. I get awkward and walk away. Oh. You know why that is because, funny enough, my dad's got one of those as well, which she's still kept. But because they're almost like an antique now. And it's so good you still use it. Do you still do the dark room and everything? So do you have to still process them in a dark room? It's just the picture quality that you can do with them as well. I remember my dad once, he took a photograph of lightning, and the way he did it, he just kept the shutter open in a really... Oh, God. Yeah, I had a Tyson t-shirt on. He said he loved it and asked where I got it from. Oh, brilliant. Sam said, when we went for breakfast and we met the guy from It Ain't Half Hot Mum. Oh, really? Which one? Was that Mervyn Hughes? I'm guessing Mervyn Hughes. Yes, I'm convinced. What are you convinced about, Amy? Oh, is it about your camera? About your camera. Oh, Windsor Davis. Oh, yeah, he played Sergeant Major, didn't he? The director from the art department to buy some colour film liquids. Oh, well done. Well done. Do you know what it is? Because you do need to do that old-fashioned developing in the dark room with it. And, of course, these days with digital cam, you don't need any of that. But it's good that they've still got a dark room for you to develop your pictures in it. It's just so funny. When we were watching Stranger Things, of course, it's all set in the 1980s. So, of course, they still use the dark room to develop all his photographs. Brilliant. Oh, I'm so glad you convinced him to get all that as well, because I know you do love your photography. So we will be looking forward to when you do your actual exhibition. Right, now, as you know, Kelly has been baking, so we might, with a bit of luck, get to see it. I'm just trying to see in the reflection in the...
I'm just wiping the bottom of the plate.
All right.
Some of the,
so, yeah. There we go. So this is... So talk you through. Oh, we have going bare overtime today. We wanted it for anybody that did hang on for the game. Hang on, come back.
I need to go and put it down, Mark.
I can't. So talk through.
Okay, so what is it you want me to talk through?
Ta-da! Says Miss Monroe. Christmas. What do you think of the cake? Talk about how you bake it, what you put on the top of it.
So pineapple rings, as you can see, is on the top of it. So basically, I made the caramel first. So when you do it in the tin, you have to do the sugar and the butter first, and then you have to. So you mix the butter, you soften your butter, wait till it gets soft. You do light brown sugar, and the butter. You mix it. Once it becomes a caramel, you spread it along the bottom of the pan and halfway up the sides.
That's how you got the golden sort of caramel color on there.
Right. And then what you do, you start off with your pineapple rings, but you have to do it in the reverse. So you can't put pineapple ring on top and then otherwise that will be underneath. So you have to do it on the underneath. So you put your pineapple ring in the middle and then you arrange the pineapples around that. So it looks like it's upside down.
There you go.
So then when you turn it out, it will be the right way round.
So
see, look at you.
I know. It's lovely. I think really doing that caramel sauce because it really melts into it.
Yeah.
You go. So you've had a lot of compliments for them as well. I'm holding up like I'm proud, like I've got nothing to do with that cake at all. It's all Kelly's hard work. Where's my corn on the cob? We still got to do your corn on the cob. There we go. So that was it as well. That was Kelly's cupcake. She's got to bake another one now. So, well, I think what we'll do is we'll sign off now. So I'll wait for Kelly to come in and then we'll say our adios. So there we are. So guys, we are probably going to leave it there just so Madame can concentrate on doing her second cake.
Yeah.
Just because you've got to bake it for your mum tomorrow.
Yeah.
Another one, Dr. Khalid. What's Dr. Khalid?
Oh,
is that one of your favourite thing you've seen? Oh, DJ.
DJ Khalid. Yeah.
I thought, is this one of your doctors?
No, DJ Khalid.
So we will leave it there, I'm afraid, for today. But I want to say a big thank you to everybody today because we had such fun doing the live.
Thank you.
And you really added to the contribution as you always do. And without you, it just would be nowhere near as fun as it is.
We're very grateful for you joining us, chatting with us, interacting with us, all of that good stuff, and just thank you.
So yeah, Sam said in the good old days you would just put golden syrup in the bottom.
Oh, would you?
Yeah. Oh. But this one you've done your own.
Yeah.
And you, Miss Rowe, good night and enjoy the rest of your evening. So guys, please do enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy the rest of your bank holiday weekend.
Yeah,
for
bank holiday weekend.
For those of you in the UK, of course. And also everybody around the world, enjoy your weekend too. I only say that for the UK because we've got bank holiday weekend this weekend. That is it for Mark and Kelly's trip tips and things for this week. But we will back as we normally do on Tuesday, 6:30 UK time, where we will hopefully see you then. Until then, do look after yourselves, do take care, and remember, you are never taught to have fun. We will see you in the next live. Bye for now.
Bye for now.